Over 400,000 people moved to a new state when they retired last year. That's a jump of 44% over the previous year, and it's the highest number in 3 years. So why are people moving, and where are they moving to? The top 5 states where people moved to were number 1, Florida, accounting for 11% of all inbound moves. 11% of all the people who moved last year moved into Florida. Number 2, South Carolina with 10%. New Jersey, number 3 with 6%. Texas with almost 6%, and Washington State with 5.3%. The states where people are moving out of, I bet you can take some guesses here, had the highest percentages of people moving away. Number 1, California. California is number 1 with number of people moving out. This is with over 18% of people moving out of California. That was even before the wildfires and some of the troubles that they have in California. And number 2, you could probably also guess, is New York, with over 11% of retirees deciding to leave New York. Number 3, Virginia. Number 4, Ohio. And number 5, Pennsylvania. So let's take these, let's highlight some of these. Number 1, Florida. Why are people moving to Florida? The annual cost of living is pretty low. It's $61,000. So you need a retirement nest egg in Florida of $977,000 to live in Florida. So why do people move there? Anybody in Florida can tell you the warm weather, no state income tax, and a lot of retiree communities in Florida. Florida is kind of known as the retirement state for these reasons. Low cost of living, great weather, a lot of retirees communities. The downside is they have some crowded cities and some hurricane risk might be a concern. Let's look at number 2, South Carolina. That doesn't get as much attention as Florida and Texas. Florida and Texas get a lot of attention for retirees over the last couple of years. So let's look at here. Okay, I don't have any data for that. So let's look at California. Why are people leaving California? California, the cost of living is $87,000 compared to Florida, $61,000. So you can see the appeal, the cost of living. It's a lot more expensive to live, especially if you're living in some of the big cities. So you would need $1.6 million to retire in California versus under $1 million in Florida. But why do people want to live in California? There are iconic cities. San Francisco is amazing. Orange County is beautiful. The weather is the same all year round. And there are top tier amenities for retirees. And why people don't want to live there, why they move out? The high cost of living, the traffic is crazy, and a lot of the policies people have become disillusioned with. They just don't like how California is being governed. So those are some of the states that people are living in. Let's just go through quickly some of the cost of living in some of the states. Alabama has a low cost of living of $53,000. That's a popular place for people to go. In Alabama, you need less than $800,000 to live in Alabama. And some of the other ones, Arkansas, you need $775,000. Hawaii, people don't want to retire in Hawaii because you need $2.2 million to retire in Hawaii versus $970,000 in Idaho and $873,000 in Illinois and $800,000 in Iowa. So when you're thinking about your retirement, there are a lot of factors to consider. When to retire and where to retire are two of the primary considerations. Where to retire can make a big difference on how much money you need to have saved up to retire. If you want to retire in Hawaii, it's going to take a lot of money, $2.2 million. Or you can retire in most states for under $1 million. So how does your state stack up? I'll link the report at Retirement Download down below, and you can look up your state and see how much you need to retire. Have you moved to a new state? And if so, how did it go? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below and give this video a like and a subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.